The goal is to continuously to get better. It's all about being better than where you were from yesterday. To be able to get in a mode of development, you must allow things to fall off. And sometimes that can be hard because sometimes you have to let people, places, and things go. Dead weight is going to hold you back every single time. So, in this video, we're going to talk about the one question that you need to ask yourself today before you start moving forward in life. Hey, this is a 30-second word with Coach Mike II. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe to this channel if you're new. Let's get to work. Focusing on the things that we need to develop in our lives is utmost important in anything that you can think about. I know that when I tried to get certain jobs, certain positions, certain promotions, and I wasn't focused on that particular position or that particular duty, guess what? It passed me by. But once I changed my mindset, once I switched it just a little bit, things started to open up. You'll be amazed of how many things open up when you discover the things that you need to let go in life. Did you know sometimes it is your very own self that's holding you back? It's really not anybody else. It's yourself. Even if it is people around you, sometimes it's yourself, but not setting those necessary boundaries. A lot of times we don't set boundaries not amongst other people, but amongst ourselves. You have to set that boundary against yourself. And one key thing that we have to understand is that we have to focus on what is around us. Why we need to focus on what's around us. As I stated, it's all about focusing on yourself, building boundaries upon yourself. Because sometimes we can be emotionally attached to certain things. And that emotional attachment will put us in a position that will go against our very own higher selves, that will go against our very own will to do better. We got to understand this, team, that we are sponges. What I mean by sponges, you ever seen a sponge? Put a sponge underwater and you soak up that water. And when you squeeze it out, you see all that water come out, right? But what if I put the same sponge in some, let's say, coffee? Will water come out of that sponge or will coffee come out of that sponge? So number one thing that you need to ask yourself is, the people that are around me good for me? Are the things that I'm dealing with, are the things that I'm dwelling in, is it a hindrance to my growth? Or is it purposing myself to be better and grow? We got to understand that birds of a feather flock together. I know that's a little cliche saying, but hear me out. Birds of a feather flock together. You don't see eagles flying high in the air, hanging with chickens. You don't see the eagles flying high in the air, hanging with pigeons. You see, if you want to go higher, if you want to get better, you have to recognize the people, places, and things that you surround yourselves with. What kind of energy are they presenting? What kind of outlook do they have on life? What kind of mindset do they have? What kind of mindset is that atmosphere in that arena that you're in? You see, if we surround ourselves, team, with the things that are positive, if we surround ourselves with the things that is going to lift us up, that's going to build us up, uplifting people and uplifting things, what's going to happen? We're going to actually soak up that energy like the sponge. You're going to soak up that clear water. You're going to soak up that good water, that fresh water. You're going to soak up the things that you hang around with. And if you're hanging around those positive things, if you're hanging around those things that's going to uplift, build in a growth mindset aspect, then guess what? You're going to soak that same energy up. You're going to soak that energy. Maybe you was a pessimist. Maybe you was in a zone of fixed mindset saying, oh, this is too hard. This is too difficult. Woe is me. Why me? Right? But when you're hanging around people who know how to deal with situations, know how to deal with tough situations, difficulties, you will then find yourself thinking with a growth mindset. If everybody in that crew, if everybody in that arena, if everybody in that atmosphere has a growth mindset to say, hey, yes, this is hard, this is tough, but what must I do to find this solution? Then guess what's going to rub off on you? It's going to be that solution finder type of mindset. not a problem dweller. It's all about being a solution finder and not a problem dweller. But however, on the contrary, if we surround ourselves around those who are lazy, those who are always negative, always trying to get over, always trying to cut corners, always trying to manipulate, always being toxic. If we engulf ourselves around those type of people, around those type of places, then that energy team will definitely rub off on us as well. As I stated, we're sponges. You're either going to soak up the clean, good water, or you're going to soak up that high energy coffee. Now, I put in the aspect of coffee because coffee is brown, water is clear. I love coffee. I love espresso. That's my thing. Love to do it. But just to give a metaphor, analytical aspect of what you're looking at as far as a sponge is concerned, you have the clear water and you have the brown coffee. What are you going to soak up? You're going to soak up that clear water, or you're going to soak up that dirty water? Let's call it dirty water, right? Let's get away from the coffee. Let's call it dirty water. You're going to soak up that dirty, muddy, bacteria infested water, or are you going to soak up the clean, just, righteous water that cleanses the soul? You see, that energy that we are surrounding ourselves with, it's going to either hinder and prevent our development, or it's going to improve and put fire behind our passion to grow and develop our mindset. See, it's all about switching our mindset to be better, to be the higher self that you are from where you were from yesterday. Is going over the prudence aspect. Anything that a normal prudent person would do, normal common sense would do. You actually going above and beyond that normal common sense type of arena because you're trying to reach your higher self. It's all about how you respond to the situations and to the stress outside of you. Because if you're dealing with a lot of stress, that's going to affect you in some type of way. I don't care what you think about it. I don't care how cool you may be. That stress, those triggers are going to affect you in some type of way. But it's all about how you handle and how you respond on the magnitude that it will affect you. You see, so it's real essential, team. If we are going to develop ourselves into the better person than when we were from yesterday, if we're going to become more productive, if we're going to develop stress resilience, build a growth mindset, developing healthy habits, then it's real key essential. It's real essential that we ask ourselves, is the people, is the places that I'm going to, are the things that I allow into my energy realm, is it going to be good for my emotional development? Is it going to be good for my personal growth? Or is it going to hinder me? Is it going to set me back and push me back to where I was 10 times ago versus being better than where I was one time ago? It's all about focusing on the things that are around you and the things that you can control. And the main thing that you can control is, number one, yourself, setting boundaries. Number two, be careful of the people, places, and things that you allow into your energy realm. If this video has touched you in any kind of way, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that share button with your friends and family. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Remember that self-work is the best work, so we must get to work. This has been a 30-second word with Coach Mike II. Until next time, I'll see you in class. Peace.